So we're getting a lot of questions and concerns from our patients about this corona outbreak that we're dealing with. And there are some legitimate concerns, legitimate questions that our patients have. And I just thought I'd address those in a little video clip here for you. So Vinny and I are coming together and letting you know what the facts are, how you can be best prepared for this and squash some of this hysteria that we're dealing with in the news media. So basically, in this video, you're going to have a little humor maybe. You're going to have a little sarcasm, possibly. You're going to have maybe a little political satire. You never know. So if any of those things offend you, turn the video off right now. Hit the stop button. Don't watch it. I don't want to offend anybody. So this thing about coronavirus, I call it corona crazy. Corona crazy because it's getting a little bit blown out of proportion here. It's actually not a coronavirus. It's actually a SARS virus. It's called the SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2. SARS version 2. Remember the SARS virus back in 2002, 2003? We had this world outbreak, epidemic of the SARS virus initially. Came out of China. What a coincidence, right? Coming from China once again. So this is version 2 of that. The version 1, of course, there were maybe 8,000 or so cases reported worldwide. There were a few cases here in America that did make it to the States, and nobody died in America from that initial SARS virus. What happened? By July 2003, the weather warmed up, the virus died off, everything was fine, we moved on. We didn't vaccinate, we didn't immunize, we didn't do anything against the SARS virus, and it went away, and we haven't had a problem since then. Well, this is version 2 that actually causes the coronavirus. The coronavirus is the name of the disease that it causes. So if you have those symptoms that cough, that upper respiratory cough, that difficulty breathing, the high fever, there's a possibility you might have coronavirus disease, and that's what it's very similar to the flu virus. And we'll kind of go over some numbers here and show you how it compares to the flu and why there's no really need to get all crazy about this and get into a panic. So any numbers that we give you are going to come right from the CDC. It's the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta. Basically, what they do is they monitor all major infectious diseases here in the United States, whether it's measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, whatever it may be, the flu, all these things are reported. Any medical doctor, any hospital that diagnoses cases of these illnesses, they report them to the CDC, so the CDC tracks these numbers. So basically, as of today, according to the CDC, there are 732 cases of coronavirus in the US, reported validated cases. 27 deaths. Out of those 27 deaths, 19 of those deaths came from one nursing home in the Seattle area, one nursing home where there were 31 cases in that nursing home, and 19 of those people died. So the first 2 cases reported were in that nursing home. The first 2 cases reported in America were coming from that nursing home, 70-year-old and a 50-year-old, 51-year-old, basically 2 residents from the nursing home. If you're 51 years old and you're in a nursing home, you're probably already in pretty rough shape. So remember that guy, Jeff Foxworthy, used to say, you might be a redneck, that guy. Remember, if you have more than 5 dogs living under your front porch, you might be a redneck. Well, if you're 51 years old, you're living in a nursing home, you might be immunosuppressed. And that's the problem with this coronavirus or the SARS-CoV-2. It is an opportunistic virus. What that means is it takes advantage. Think of the bully in grade school, you know, the bully walking around. He was always picking on the smaller kids. He was always picking on, you know, maybe the handicapped kids, maybe the kids that, you know, weren't as strong or weren't. He never picked on somebody who was big and the same size as him because he knew he couldn't take them. He looked for an easy target. Well, that's what these viruses do. Think about the flu. The reason why they say the flu virus attacks the elderly and the young, they're the two with the weakest immune systems. Two groups of people with the weakest immune systems. So newborn babies, as their immune system is developing, once you get into childhood, you know, we go outside, we play, we're rolling around in the dirt. Some, you know, remember those crazy kids used to eat dirt and stuff like that? We're like, you know, this kid's a little weird, stay away from him. But, you know, that helps build up our immune system. So by the time you're 3, 4, 5 years old, your immune system's strong and you're able to handle these types of illnesses and diseases and fight most of them off. So the elderly get compromised immune systems because their bodies are aging, breaking down. They're on drugs, different drugs and medications and things of that nature. They have chronic illnesses. So this SARS-CoV-2 virus is going to attack the immunosuppressed elderly. No cases reported so far of any children or young people, basically immunosuppressed elderly. Average age of death so far in the U.S. is 80. 80. Doesn't mean if you're 80 years old, you get SARS virus, you're going to die. It just means that if you're, you know, compromised immune system, you have underlying diabetes, heart disease, chronic COPD, you know, obstructive lung disease, some type of pulmonary disease, cardiovascular disease, maybe severe diabetic, you know, things of that nature, some type of cancer, HIV or AIDS, something of that nature, you're going to be more likely to have a hard time with this. But it's going to attack those individuals. In 2019-2020 flu season, according to the CDC. So once again, these numbers are right from cdc.gov. You can go there, you can verify everything that we're saying, verify these numbers. According to this flu season so far, there are 34 million cases of flu virus reported in the US. 34 million. So now, 350,000 of those have been hospitalized and 20,000 of those have died. There have been 20,000 cases of flu virus that people have died so far this season of 2019 to 2020. So you can see there's a big disproportion there of numbers that, why do you keep staring at me, Vinny? Big disproportion there of numbers that people that get the flu, again, immunosuppressed, it's going to be, you know, they don't tell you these things when they speak of the number of deaths, but they don't tell you those babies that are dying. Most of them, you know, maybe they're born with HIV positive, maybe they're born with AIDS, maybe they're born with some type of drug addiction from their mother that was, you know, a drug addict, but they are immunosuppressed, maybe premature babies, things of that nature. And those elderly people, you know, some type of COPD, lung disorder, heart disorder, you know, chronic heart disease, some type of, you know, chronic heart failure or something of that nature. So the thing is, you have to understand the media, they want to sell papers, they want to boost their ratings, they want to put, you know, fear into people. Every time you see something about coronavirus, there's always this big glob, you know, alien looking thing. Nobody knows what it is, but it's, you know, looks scary. They show the pictures of the people in the hazmat suits in China with the, you know, the goggles and the gloves and everything like that. And you know, it's just feeding into that pandemonium and hysteria. So, you know, I always say, you know, there was a song back in the day called Things That Make You Go, right? Things that make you go, So if you sit back and think about what's happening here, think about the numbers, there's a lot of fear being put out there. You know, remember Susan Powder? She was a big weight loss girl back in the very energetic, you know, stop the insanity, people, stop the insanity. You know, people were eating whatever they wanted to, weren't exercising, doing the same thing, expecting different results, you know, wondering why they couldn't lose weight. So, you know, basically we just wanted to share a little bit of this information. Those are the facts. There's a lot of hype, a lot of hysteria. You know, people are you know, panicking. There's a lot of fear. You see what's happening like at the Costco videos in California, and people are going crazy, you know, jumping over each other. It's like, you know, those are the people that are climbing over the kids in the Titanic movie, getting to the lifeboats. So you have an immune system. This is the bottom line, people. You have an immune system. You were born, created, God created you with an immune system. Every day, every hour, every minute, every second of every day, your body is fighting off viruses, fighting off bacteria, fighting off cancer. Your body is the greatest drugstore ever created. Your body has antibiotics, antiviral medications, steroids, anti-inflammatories, painkillers, all kinds of hormones that your body needs to function. Your body produces these things. The problem is we don't put enough faith and trust into our body. The best way to ward off any type of virus, whether it's a SARS virus or the flu virus or a cold virus, the best thing is to boost your immune system. How can you boost your immune system? Boost your immune system by eating the right foods, eating more whole foods, more natural foods, staying away from those processed foods, staying away from those refined, processed, sugary foods. They really destroy your immune system and bring your immune system down. So you want to make sure that you eat those whole foods, eat fruits and vegetables. Berries are a great source of antioxidants and vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the best vitamins for boosting up the immune system. Some zinc is another way that you can do that. There's some natural herbs you can do. There's all kinds of products on the market you can take, herbal products and supplements. Vitamin C is one of the best supplements I believe that you can take. It's water soluble. You can't get too much of it. You can you excrete it out if you're getting too much of it. But you can take 5 to 6,000-7,000 milligrams a day of vitamin C. Every couple of hours, take some vitamin C, maybe 500 milligrams every few hours, just to keep it in your system to help you fight off any type of sickness, illness, or disease. That's one of the best things that you can do. Get lots of sleep. Get outside. Get some fresh air. Breathe the fresh air. Get that vitamin D, that sunlight. That's also going to help you. Laugh. Read the comics. Read funny stories. Watch. I Love Lucy reruns. Whatever you have to do, but laughing produces those feel-good chemicals in your body. It helps. Releasing endorphins helps boost up immune system function. So eating right, exercising, drinking lots of fluids, drinking lots of water. That helps keep you hydrated. That helps boost up your immune system. Avoid smoking, avoid sugar, processed sugar. Avoid those things. Try to deal with your stress and manage your stress. That's another good thing to help you boost up that immune system. But as far as this corona crazy goes, that's pretty much the best advice that I can give you. The one thing that these people have in common that have died from the coronavirus, 27 people. Remember, it's not 27,000 or 27 million in America. It's 27 people. They've all been immunosuppressed, had underlying immune system problems, weaknesses there. So the best thing you can do is keep that immune system strong. So again, I'm Dr. Drew. There's Vinny. Thank you for watching.